there's definitely some interesting IGs going on. The stay on target is a nice little feature of the IGs.
The way you know if someone is a pro, if they when they fly IG-88 lists, is when their IG-88s are not the same. That's a big thing. If a lot of people build them out so they're identical, and that is, in my experience, not hasn't. Watching other people play, they have done a lot better with interesting lists that are, they put their own spin on it, but they pick upgrades that work specifically with each one's ability, as opposed to just trying to make everyone work the same way, like you were saying, Chad. So that's how you can pick out the pro IG players from the guys who are just trying it out, or maybe they want to play it but they're not quite there yet. Look for the guys that don't fly the same upgrades on both ships.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's also something to be said for like kind of the mental factor working against your opponent, right? Like if you have to keep asking your opponent what each ship does, or which one does what, and there's just so much other stuff to keep up with for each ship, whereas if they're the same, you don't have to worry about it as much. It is a little bit mentally draining on your opponent if you're like, oh no, I shot that one, but you shot the wrong one, or what. There's different factors that play into the game, especially this late in the day, or in the morning, I should say, for doing this kind of stuff. So there is that. Now I think it's interesting that Jesse went for a very spread out approach, whereas James went for a very close combined approach.
James used to play double fire spray like for a really long time last year. In fact, he played that at last year's regionals. And then I picked up a second fire spray. I asked him for some tips, and his big thing was you got to stay in formation. It's like those fire sprays are ever more than range one apart. Then you're kind of wasting focused fire, and with only a few ships, that focused fire has to happen. So that's I would expect James to stay together for a long time, or to try to get back together if he has to break up because of Jesse.
Yeah, I mean, so there's the shake, and we are off. So apparently what Jesse's been doing a lot is he cycles one in and then cycles it out. So it'll take maybe 88C in here, and just try to zoom him in, and then cycle out and get B in and see what happens. And just try to spread out the shield damage on his ships.
Sorry.
We got it. Got it. I would like. I'll come at. I saw the thing. Are you guys keeping stats on whether rocks or debris fields were used more? No, not necessarily.
We know which ones were used. We kept track, like on our squad sheet. There, you could circle which ones you were using. But I don't think that we did I don't think there are statistics in place yet. There might be before it goes on to List Juggler.
I mean, from my experience today, it seemed like a pretty good balance of just debris and asteroids. So, like, I don't think there was like overly debris clouds or overly asteroids. There was definitely a good mix of both of them, though. I have seen some people paint the different colors on ships. Like we'll do one like blue and then one red to keep up with them. I like that. I think it's kind of cool.
It helps you from a visual standpoint. You don't have to look at the tiny letters on the base card.
Yeah, that is always annoying. I like as a guy that has also played 40K. I've seen people that'll do like, oh, you have squad with a red stripe or squad with blue stripe, and it makes it a lot easier. So interesting. Oh, Jesse did a 2-turn, it looks like, or a 1-turn going down. They don't have a 1.
They do have a 1-turn. They have every 1 to 3 maneuver except for 3 turns, and all of their straights and banks are green. The paint job that won was actually the diorama ship modification thing. It was incredible.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as the painting goes, I'm a little biased because I think my stuff was pretty good, but there were definitely some really good entries today. I think the Monarch guy got second place. We said
the Star Viper that looked like a Monarch butterfly was pretty awesome.
I thought that was pretty good.
In fact, that was James's entry, the guy who's on the right side of the show right now.
Yeah, that was a fantastic ship. I thought it had some really nice blending effects going on in the ship. The other one that I thought was really nice was, what was it? Oh, there was a man, I can't remember what it's called. Oh. There's a fire spray that was done up in the Django Fett scheme that I thought was pretty cool.
That was Doug Kinney's. You know that?
I did not know that. That was a really nice job.
He was thinking about entering that one or his Black Hawks like hockey team themed one, and he went with the Slave one.
Nice. Yeah, I was. I think I told him about. There's a tutorial on YouTube about like how to make it kind of look weathered and whatnot, and so, which I think if he had just done that, it would have been amazing. So yeah. We So it looks like Jesse went up and turned around with C. I think he just did a 4K, not a whatever. And then B's probably just gonna come around. I think did he just do advanced sensors?
Yeah, he just advanced sensors to push the limit, and then he's gonna looks like a one bank. So gonna take a stress and then clear that stress immediately.
I've seen people talk about that with like Corn Horn. I think it's okay, but whoa, what is it? Oh, he took a. Oh, he boosted.
Yeah, he boosted, which gave him a free evade. So like he kind of put tokens down out of order in a weird way, but it's the end result is completely legal.
I mean, no, he. Wait, how does he have so many tokens? Oh, I see.
Fire control system and stuff.
I don't know. It's he advanced sensors focused, push the limit to boost, gets a free evade token for boosting.
Yeah, and then he took the green or the 2 bank to green and could stress out. It has a bunch of tokens and no stress. That
is a sign of a great player right there. Like that's how you just know your ship. So, alrighty. This round is not untimed.
No, the final match will be on time, but this one follows the standard 75-minute time limit. The next one will be untimed as per official tournament rules.
So here's a question: how many people want to enforce the activate shields phase? Apparently that came up today. Someone was like, "Well, I mean, we got to go to the activate shield stage because apparently that's an actual stage in the rulebook."
Oh, it's a stage in the setup. This is like if the clock starts ticking and you haven't put shield tokens on your ship, according to the rules, you're really supposed to play your ships without shields. But if your opponent's going to enforce that on you, call a TO because he's just going to say that's ridiculous.
That is kind of funny as a thing that I've never seen happen. It's also kind of like, when a game doesn't matter and you're like, I totally forgot to focus even though I said I was going to focus. And people were like, no, you didn't put the token down, so it doesn't count. All right.
Well, there's a fine line there because it's like if you come back during the combat phase and be like, oh, I should be focused, you know you shouldn't. But if you're like, oh, I'm going to focus, and then you didn't put a token down, like, I don't know, there might be a thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I usually don't mind it at like initiative steps.
We're going to have our first attack.
It's like C to C. I was going to say you should put J and J, but that would be dumb.
Also a reminder, both these players are going to be rolling their dice off the table, so I'll just try to keep track with damage as shields come off and cards go down. That's just the way that both of these guys happen to play, and I can't ask them to do something different semifinal in a 90-person tournament.
Yeah, I mean, and it should be pretty easy to see. These guys kind of know how the camera works, so we should be fine. And besides, it's only 4 shields and 4 hull on each one, so you should be fine. Looks like fire control activated on 88C, but I don't... Oh, on James's side. Yeah, cool. And there's I can hear the frying pan outside. I'm thinking probably nothing got through there. So probably like 1 hit. Oh, that's cool. I think he's pulling them out for us. He's spinning it. I think it's probably second shot here. And spinning the second focus, I think. Yeah. All right, this game is gonna be a little hard for us back here, but we're gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. All right. Oh man, we gotta tell James just leave it right there. Hey, you should tell James. Thing right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Because I can see that so much better. Pew pew pew. Tex 180. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you are definitely right in time to get the all the IG88s.
we gave away an IG88 on the show a little bit earlier, or we picked the winner. I haven't sent it to him yet. We'll be giving away an Armada set after this match is over, so stay tuned.
Yeah, man. Enter the name that you'll see on the scrolling of the bottom of the screen if you want to win that.
Exclamation point raffle. This is the special secret code.
There's okay. I didn't realize there was actually an exclamation point in it. That's kind of cool. So make sure to.
That's how Moobot knows what's going on.
Oh, very cool. So make sure to actually put the exclamation point in. That's very important, apparently.
It is. If you just type raffle, nobody cared.
Does capital letters matter?
Not. Yeah, capital letters actually do matter, but for this it's all lowercase. But like for some of the polls voting, people would like type in, I don't know, they type in vote for Han, but they didn't capitalize. They didn't capitalize Han, so their vote doesn't get counted. It's kind of finicky that way.
Did you guys catch that? Basically, type it in exactly as you see it.
I mean, it's a little late for now. Like we're not doing more polls, but yeah, type exclamation point raffle all lowercase, and you might win an Armada set.
And that's not a bad giveaway at all. So. Yeah, you know, you get something that's awesome for free, and that's pretty sweet. All right, so I think the only guy that's not set is going to be IG88C in the middle.
I'm glad you like the sound the pan makes. Can you hear the pan?
Or did you just play against it and then you hear it? Because
exclamation point Waffle House. I like it.
Nice. All the waffles, all the houses.
Chad, you want to go to Waffle?
So I would have had I not gone to the Derby. Because that would have been a really good idea. Waffle House is definitely the place you go. Somebody was like, they're talking about Waffle House and
Havoc 1969. Thank you very much for paying attention. You absolutely have to be online to win the Armada set. I'm going to need you to respond just like within a minute or two after I announce the winner. Okay, that seems kind of just so everybody knows what happened there. He advanced sensors to boosted and then took a one bank to run in the back of IG88C.
Breakfast at 1:35 a.m. It doesn't. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of weird, but that's cool. Yes, there is in fact a Wahoo at every corner. It's kind of like Starbucks, you know. There's a Starbucks, and then you see one across the street. I had this idea the other day that I was gonna be like, if I do the after action reports, I was gonna be like, this report brought to you by so and so. My first one was Starbucks. It was like Starbucks for when you want coffee that doesn't taste like coffee.
Ray Console, all of the X-Wing expansions have actually been given away at this point. They were, we gave away an IG 2000 expansion pack, TIE Advanced expansion pack, and a Y-Wing expansion pack. But those have all those winners have all been selected. The only winner is for the Armada core set. And if you don't want an Armada core set, I don't know if we can be friends. So just be sure to enter the raffle, and maybe I'll pick one of you lucky viewers. Or maybe I'll just take it for myself. I haven't decided yet.
I mean, yeah, if I got an Armada set for free, I'd definitely play. I mean, that's the only thing they holding me back.
I would play if I got it for free, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no reason you shouldn't. All right, so it looks like James is going to have some good shots here this game, or this turn. We don't do crystals. I mean, crystals is good. Alright, so I don't think any damage got through there. So we're fine. Alright, IG88C fired at other B. And looks like just 2, 3. 3 hits from C to that one, and auto thrusters. It's gonna be 2 damage on B. God, this is so confusing. It's like, and IG-88C and IG-88B takes damage, and go. Be shot. Auto thrust. No, it's okay. All right. That was B to other C. And ooh, good hit going out of James. It's like 2 hits. Oh, just 2 at with a reroll, target lock.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess an aggressor's gonna take damage here.
I'm pretty sure that's a good assessment. I think he's gonna evade 2 of it. Take a damage. Yep. So let's see. P1B is gonna be down, it looks like, to no shields. P1C has 3 shields remaining. Can't tell which one's which on James. Alright, so and both B and C on James's side, or P2, have 2 hits. No. Well, they're both the same, right? So they both have 2 damage on them, or 2 shields gone. So interesting. Huh? Oh, does he? Okay. See it. It is. I was a little surprised you stable.
It's because it has the border. We have a bunch of tables, but yeah, like. Oh no. Yeah. Chad, run and get me an update on the other table. I'll sit here and come back. Go find out and come back and tell me. Yeah, he was really confused when I was trying to tell him to go find out what's going on and then come back to tell me. All right, 15 minutes have elapsed in the match. There has been damage sustained on both sides. A79 Firefly, Chad ran out to get that update right as we speak. He'll be back momentarily.
So yeah, on the other table, it's a dual IG list again versus the Fell and Decimator list we just saw. Yeah, the Cheerno list. Yeah, because I guess we still have 2 Decimator lists. Let's see. Cheerno is down to no shields. Fell has 1 hit point on him. The IG-88, 1 hit point down. Sorry. It's a crit. I didn't see what it was. The one of the IG-88s, IG-88D, which is yeah, that one. Is A is the shield get back one? Yeah, that was the terrible one. It's got 1 critical damage on it, which is damage sensor array. Which is kind of bad for these guys, because
that's kind of bad for this thing.
It's true. It's true. I mean, if you have like Gunner and stuff, you're like, I don't really care. But I guess they kind of do have Gunner. But yeah, so that's where we're standing on the other table. So it's relatively close. The what is it called? The Cheerno is rocking things over there. The problem with the IGs is, like, they only have that 1 firing arc, and so it's a little easy to avoid, but it's also kind of big. So you gotta have to see if you can do it. So he just did a 1 regular, right?
No, what happened was he boosted with advanced sensors, gave him a free evade. He focused with push the limit, and then he just did a 1 bank into the IG-88C to clear stress out.
I mean, the way that Jesse is running it, these things are like extra fast, and with his build, not a lot of them are gonna have stress on them, and I guess like they have so many green maneuvers that it's really easy it's very easy to do all this. Rack is all that is good with the Empire, pretty much. I prefer K-Kirk, but that's just me. I do have an engine upgrade now, which is probably how I will start flying Cheerdew.
Because he literally bought a Falcon so he could enter our repaint contest.
Yeah, and it didn't win, but so now I have a really sexy Falcon.
There's an a 3-speed S loop from IG88C. Player 1 IG88C, I should say.
Okay. So that's pretty nice. Really, it's gonna determine what happens with 88B. That's gonna give him some shots, and I think he wants to shoot. Oh, that's right. Oh, whoa, he went a different direction than I thought he was gonna go. Maybe that was an advanced sensors. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, Yasan, Rebel Captive, Predator, Gunner, engine upgrade. That's kind of expensive, but I can see that. I have I think instead of Predator, you might want to try out Veteran Instincts, make him pilot skill 10. That way, that engine upgrade really kicks in for you. That's what a buddy of mine was running for a while. It was pretty cool. But yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. And then whatever else you can afford. You know, we did see a lot of, or at least a couple, Fell and Cheernew lists today, which I thought was kind of interesting. With the drop in the Phantom, people were like, "Well, I guess I'll decide to do an interceptor, you know, an autoceptor as well." Good question.
That was an advanced sensors boost followed by a hard turn from IG88T.
So if you're going for the high pilot skill, I definitely say you want to play at least 99 points, if maybe not 98. I saw one list today that was 96 points, and that was from another the tabletop general. And that was really to avoid certain lists.
He's playing his triple interceptor list that he's played on the show here several times, except that he gave up the stealth device on Royal Guard pilot.
Yeah, because apparently there's a couple pilot skill 9 spam lists that he was worried about. And I guess that makes sense, but so it looks like two evades from that IG. Uh-oh, something happened. Huh? Yeah, it looks like we're frozen now. Oh, we're good. Alright, never mind. So, I think IG88 took 1 damage on B. Player 2B. Oh, interesting. So, I mean, the problem playing against these big ships like this is that if you get an opponent that's really good, you can kind of bug out with one of them, let the other one do most of the damage, and then see what happens. So, well, let's see what Jesse does here. I'm anticipating Jesse doing not Jesse, player 2, 88B or 88C. Yeah. Doing a. Let's see. I would almost do like an advanced sensors boost, and then like to the right, and then do a 2 hard back around the rock. That would be kind of a cool move, I think. Or you can just do a. Maybe you do like a Signor's loop, right? You do like a 1 bank, and then a Signor's loop around the rock. That might be kind of good. I don't know. I mean, playing these IG88s they're super maneuverable, and if you can do it right, they can go pretty much wherever you want.
PC Gamer Pirate, as long as you're in the raffle, I will announce it in the chat and on the screen. But yeah, if you should be able to hear me. But if you can't, then there will be text available letting you know also. And the carrier pigeon will come to your house.
That is true. That is true. We airdrop them specifically with carrier pigeons. And like, I think it's the African ones, right? I don't know if that's the thing. That was supposed to be a Monty Python reference that fell apart.
African swallow, the diving speed of the African swallow.
Wingspan. I don't remember the quote exactly. A wild Nick has appeared.
Yes, it appears that way. I know that because we can clearly see the shield tokens that are available on the table. Like, our damage is accurate on the sides there.
So, Lambda Decimator list, there actually was one today that was all 3 of the large ships for Empire.
That did pretty well in our poll. It was like 3rd place out of 5. I didn't get picked, but in the poll it was in. There were 5 lists, and it got number 3 out.
I was talking to that guy. Apparently, that list was doing all right.
That surprises me because I went 0-3 with that list one day. It was terrible.
Well, that's exactly why it surprised me, because I was like, I've flown against that. How can that be that good? But he was making it work. He did it pretty well. So, Lambda plus Palpatine, nah, never dead. True. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Knicks, and somebody brought it up, he was doing pretty well today with the IGs, or not IGs, the Star Vipers, which I gotta say I'm very proud of him for that. That's pretty awesome. He's been flying that list for like a week or two now, and he's come up against some pretty good lists. He hasn't won everything, but he's definitely put the hurt on, which I gotta say is pretty nice. Because what that means is that somebody actually found how to play Star Vipers. What? And the Signor's loop to line it up there.
Question: how many of these players are store champions? Both of these guys are. What about the other 2? I think Josh, that we saw in the last round, is a store champion, but he chose to keep his bye for another regional. He didn't spend it today. Fair chance that all 4 players that are still in the tournament right now were store champions. Probably 3 of which used their buys at the tournament. Maybe, I'm pretty sure it was him. Like, because I talked to him earlier today, that he said he didn't spend his buy.
Do we know who Sam played in the first round? Like, was he?
No, I take it back. James is not a store champion. He won one last year. He did this year.
Did he not have a buy? Oh, he might have.
I don't think so. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I don't know.
Well, because I know, part of me wants to say he is. I thought he did it, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Looked like James's IG-88C clipped a rock there.
Okay, so he'll be okay. PC Gamer, tell us what your list was, man. Well, I don't know.
Skojo, they do still have shields. We're just over, or we're not even to 30 minutes into the match yet. So,
I mean, really, it's like the 45-minute mark countdown. This is really where all the action is like going to take place. It's really much the core of the game, and I mean, I haven't had a lot of games go to time. I think it ended up being at like 5 or 6 minutes to the end of the turn or the end of the round. But most of these players are good enough to the point where they play fast and whatnot. AABBX. Interesting. That's kind of cool. There weren't a lot of A-Wings out here today. Like, there was like 3 or 4. And then
I think there were 8 A-Wings at the tournament, and 5 of them were in the same list.
Yeah, I think that's probably about right. Waffle House by my hotel. Do we know him? I feel like he's gotta be. Peace. Oh no, I didn't play against him. Never mind. So apparently there's a guy that moved here for like Florida. Oh, and there's the first damage on IG88C for Jesse. Oh, my bad. So yeah, it's basically just like a one hit, one trade thing. So
Both of them are doing it like Jesse will do a damage, then James will return that damage pretty consistently thus far.
yeah, this is. I mean, no offense to the players. This game is a little. This game is way less interesting than the last game we saw so far.
Don't say that. It could get a lot better. I mean, that game was pretty slow for a large portion of it.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it is like these guys both have gotten to the point where, you know, they obviously have figured out how to play these ships and they can do it pretty well. So, but and I mean, obviously they've been able to line up a bunch of shots on each other, which is nice. There's obviously no outflying here. It looks like, anyways. I mean, both players pretty much got it going. Yeah, I mean, once these guys start getting down to 1 and 2 hit points, I think that's when you're gonna really start trying to see the outflying really step it up a little bit. I'll go check on the other table.
Yeah. Chad's gonna go update on the other table. You can buy the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Not a whole lot happening on the other table. The IG88D is dead over there. And then basically the interceptor and the decimator are basically where they were before. So shields down on the decimator, and Soontir fell with 1 hit point on him, which it turns out is structural damage, which is not exactly the best for Soontir. That basically just took him down from 4 to 3, or from 4 to 2, I should say. Just it's pretty gross for him. Well, maybe it is. I thought it was your agility.
Both of those are terrible. For an interceptor, like losing your green hard turns or losing an agility die are both bad. I'm tired, Chad.
Table update. Boredom Pondu. I don't know if you missed it or not, but the IG88D on the other table is down, or is out of the game. And then Decimator's got 0 hits, or sorry, shield's gone, and no damage on it. And then Fell has 1 damage on it. That's good. They tell me Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. Pretty much. Guys, it is late. It is 2 o'clock. This is really what time I go to bed. But so I'm kind of getting to that point now. Oh man.
It's because you're not old like some people here.
So
IG88C removed from play by James. Jesse's IG88C is out of the game. We had to have missed a damage there. Or no, he took damage. He took damage from both ships. No, there's no way he took damage from both ships. Yeah, we had to have missed a damage. Looks like there was a direct hit in there. Okay, so IG88C player 1 is out. IG88C for Jesse costs 49 points. Oh, yeah, so we got 51 points left on Jesse's side of the table. And save. Player 1, IG88B, takes an S-loop left, probably trying to block player 2 there. 88B trying to bank in. Yep, definitely blocked him. Sound is not out. We're just we're tired. We're not saying a whole lot, and it's kind of hard for us to keep out with what's going on because these guys they don't roll their dice on the table. They're kind of hard to see.
The ship's a little bit.
Yeah, and we just have to make sure that we're keeping track of the ships accurately and we're putting the nameplates in the right place. Oh, shit. This one still has one. Okay. Little score correction there on the left side. The Munchie, if you're not getting video, either back out of your app and enter it again, or do a just do a browser refresh. Whichever flavor of Twitch that you're using just needs to be reset more than likely. Scojo123 knows what's up. Yeah, we do need. Chad's just telling me that we need to keep talking, and that's absolutely right. I'm kind of lagging. Yeah. So, it's just, I mean, we're keeping track pretty well. I'm gonna go outside and check in on the damage, but it looks like shield.
That is how you know I'm tired. So, butt sweat. It's a. All right. Yeah. I mean, I gotta be honest. I'm hoping for not this matchup again. Because if this basically ends up, or if the other IG88 player ends up as the winner in the next match, we're gonna have dual IG88s again. All right, man. So we're good as far as damage goes. And yeah, you guys have any questions for us? We'd be happy to answer them. Really, we're just kind of just hanging in here. These guys are doing a fantastic job. Like, I know it doesn't really look like it very well, but these guys have made it all the way up here, and they are playing a fantastic game with these ships that they know pretty much back and forth. How's it going? Yeah, because it's 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's been nice. Yeah. When is our next Wednesday stream? Is that not this week but next week? Yeah. So if you guys want to tune into our weekly night or bi-weekly night streams, they'll be starting up not this Wednesday but the Wednesday after next. They're pretty laid back and relaxed. They're kind of like this actually, but they're pretty fun. We basically just come in and talk about stuff, and then we interview everybody, and that's the best part, I think, because it's always nice to have like a new perspective on things. All right, so looks like James, yeah, X-Wing all night. Oh, so James is only gonna have maybe one shot on this IG. But let's see what happens. Did you go for lunch? Yeah, it has been a long day. Engine 25 might never want to stream ever again after this marathon. Nah, he'll be fine. I'll make sure of it. Yeah, you guys are lucky. On the other side of the world there. It's pretty nice. I guess, you're on the West Coast. It's only like, 12 o'clock there. Or 11 o'clock. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's pretty uneventful this last turn.
I had to leave the room for a moment, but at some point while I was gone, IG88B, Jesse's IG88B took 1 damage.
So at this point, gotta be honest, I'm thinking James might be pulling this one out. His IGs both still have. Oh no, sorry. One of the IGs has 1 hit point left, and then the other one is 2 shields left. So it's still gonna be anyone's game, but I don't know. Jesse's gonna have to do something pretty nice here in order to pull this out. Yes, you are seeing this correct. It is 4 IGs. I don't want to say unfortunately, but these players are very good with the ships. It's just like it's not as entertaining as some ships, mostly because it's just I shoot you and then I shoot you again, and then I do this, I shoot you again. There's not. I hate to say that, but it's like there's like And like I've said before, these guys are fantastic at flying these ships. They know exactly what they're doing. No, I mean,
I disagree completely. These games aren't interesting. It's whenever you get a match with two lists of really fast ships, there's just a lot of like strike and pass, and just like there are frequent turns where nothing happens. And it's just the way that the game turns out.
sure. I mean, like, I'm just not a fan of like basically like mirror match type lists. I mean, I realize that they're different and just in a little bit of the upgrades and whatnot, but
I mean, I love interceptors, and I love to watch interceptors play, but it's really boring to watch two lists of all interceptors. Like, yeah, because they never shoot at each other ever.
oh right. I mean, that's exactly kind of how I feel about this. I mean, I can't fly an IG-88. I mean, to me, they're just a little too fast. Well, I say that as a guy who doesn't really know how to fly big ships very well, but you know, they're pretty good still. Yep, Imperial versus Scum. I mean, I am hoping for the Decimator to win over there. I think he's got a good chance of it. And I'll go give you an update about 5 minutes. Oh, okay, Brandon will do it. Because I think he's got a good chance over there. Which would be much better to see an IG-88 versus that list than to see basically this match again, which is fine. But we get to see whose IG-88's reign supreme. Is it IG-88 BC combo or is it BD combo? Who knows? Carnage X is very good.
One IG-88B left on the other table with 2 hull remaining. One of those is a crit with injured pilot, so it's just kind of a crapshoot for that IG-88 player. He's trying to outlive that Decimator. Soontir has 1 damage. The Decimator's into hull now, like well into hull, but it's getting close over there.
I mean, the injured pilot is kind of interesting on the IG-88s, mostly because you lose your elite pilot out, you lose your ability, which also means you really just lose the title, right? So
it means you lose a big benefit of flying more than one of them. Yeah, I just went looked over there like 30 seconds ago, but we just found out that the Decimator list that we saw in the last match is in the finals. He beat a dual IG list, so we will see. Yeah, we will see one of these 2 players that we're watching now, and one of the players we saw in the last match.
Now, I was talking to the players that are playing right now, and they were saying they'd much rather face an IG than the Decimator Soontir. I think does he have Vader on his?
He does not have Darth Vader.
That would help him a lot against the IGs, but apparently he knows how to handle them. So
there are a lot of crits that make a lot of ships sad, especially Decimators and Interceptors. Are you going to be able to? That's not me as. They don't. Well, IG-88B boosts into range 1 of IG-88B.
yeah, the Decimator and Fell won the other match, so that was going to be exciting to see against an IG-88 list. So we're not going to have like a mirror match type scenario again, which is I mean, I like that. But so yeah, I think he's got 1 on him, right? That's gonna be 2-3. Oh no! All right, so I think that's yeah. I think that's gonna be it for that guy. He's gonna take a shot now. And let's see if he can put some damage on the other guy before he goes down. Second shot. And I think it's gonna get dead IG-88. Yep. Oh, damage on it. So that guy should die. Oh, it's simultaneous fire. That's gonna do it. I think that's gonna be a win for James. So, fantastic. Yeah. Make sure that's right. So yeah,
Somewhere along the way recently there, I think I updated the wrong side's damage because James's IG-88B still had some shield left. But yeah, we have our final match pairing. Oh, by the way, that also means it's